It felt quite strange as Bridget's convertible pulled into the driveway of their apartment. "Thanks for giving me a ride home," Thorne appreciated. "No problem," Nia assured. "I'm very sorry about your hand." "It's okay. I'll see you for the ritual tomorrow," Thorne said, no longer as excited as she was to be at first. She acknowledged that it was probably because of the feeling discouraged about missing her own concert. "Wait a minute," Bridget gasped. "What if we could do the ritual tonight? We could do a healing ritual for Thorne's hand." Thorne's ears perked up at that idea. "Yeah, I mean, it's worth a try." "Do you have any candles on hand?" Sam inquired. I don't think. Oh wait, yes! Thorne suddenly remembered. "We have some in the Autumn Fest in our bathroom." "That'll be perfect," Bridget replied excitedly. "Can someone carry my instrument?" Thorne requested. "I think my hand will be hurt too much if I try to haul it in on my own." "I could get it," Nia offered, as she picked up Thorne's guitar. Thorne really had no idea of what to expect from this ritual, but nonetheless, she was intrigued. The girls trekked it upstairs together, with Nia walking much slower than the others, given the heavy instrument she was carrying. "Geez, do you have to carry this thing every concert?" Nia said, struggling up the stairs. "I'm gonna need a ritual to heal my arms after this." Thorne chuckled. "It's not as bad as once you get used to it. It's definitely a workout, though. Anyway, here's the apartment." Thorne took her key out of her pants pocket and unlocked the door. "Whoa, you girls have a nice place," Nia said, looking and relieved once she set down Thorne's guitar on the floor next to the door. "Thanks," Thorne smiled. "Now you said we need candles. I can grab them." "You need a rest," Bridget urged as the injured Goth. "We can get the candles." "Oh my goodness, I just hurt my hand. I'm not on my deathbed," Thorne chuckled, as she wandered over to the bathroom. The black-haired Goth turned on the light and reached down to the cupboard by the sink, where the candles were that Kiki had given to them were stored. "See, I'm fine now. Where do we put these?" "Just sit them on the coffee table in the living room," Sam instructed. "Now we're just going to have to create a little circle on the living room floor next to the coffee table," Bridget explained. Thorne did as she was told, sitting between Nia and Sam, looking over at Bridget. Thorne noticed that she had reached her hands at her back pocket. It appeared that she was pulling some sort of glossy green rock. "This is a healing stone," Bridget said, rolling the stone to Thorne across the circle. "Just hold it in your hands as you close your eyes and get to the most comfortable position possible. Now we explained about it earlier. You need to center yourself before we begin the meditation. Think of it as something that means a lot to you. You could try and trace the part of your body the feeling is in. Once you found it, that's where your center is." Thorne picked up the stone in her hands and shut her eyes, trying to think of something that meant a lot to her. It was difficult to pick one person in particular, since there were a number of family and friends that meant a lot to her. Her father, who was one of the most kind, compassionate people you could ever met. Luna was always trustworthy and supportive of her family who meant a lot to her, and Dusk, who she has been impersonal with her friends since they were babies. All of these people were important to her in ways that she could never patronize one over the other. One person in particular felt especially core to Thorne, although her mother, even though her mother was no longer on this earth. Thorne thought about her mother numerous times a day. She really missed her mother, and she felt that as if she had transcended its death itself. She stopped all over her thoughts in her brain for a moment to visualize her mother. She had long black hair just like Thorne, beautiful blue eyes, and a smile that was just so warm that it could fall out the coldest of hearts. Thorne imagined her mother wearing the red dress that she loved, with a bit of lace that was cut off on her sleeves. Yes, it was her mother's favorite dress, and she wore it often than any other outfit in her wardrobe. All of a sudden, Thorne felt a warm sensation below her chest. This feeling, she realized it was coming from her center. "Okay," Thorne simply said, while keeping the image of her mother glued to her mind. Now that you've centered yourself, it's time to ground yourself through the meditation. Put the palms flat on the ground and imagine that the earth's energy is flowing up through your body, Bridget instructed in a smoothing voice. Pay close attention to any thoughts and feelings you have. Remember, it's okay to feel anything you want to while you meditate. There are no wrong feelings. What if you feel sporty? Sam questioned. Bridget hasn't responded to Sam's ridiculous remark. Thornton didn't need any sort of realization technique to image the dirty look on Bridget was giving to Sam. As you do that, visualize your hand being healed by the earth's energy while you rub the stone between your hands. Focus on the sensation that you feel warm while doing this, Bridget continued. As Thorn began to imagine feeling the earth's energy coming from the floor into her body while rubbing the stone, she pictured the cut in the middle of her wound hand. Using her mind, she began to change the image that the cut was slowly beginning to heal. This visualized the cut started off in a bright red and slowly got lighter and lighter as the imagined earthly energy continued coursing through her veins. Within a matter of minutes, the cut was already gone. Once the cut is gone, you're ready to stop meditation. Open your eyes, Bridget calmly said. Thorn opened her eyes, hoping that the ritual worked. A quick look at her hand. Unfortunately, it didn't show her that of a desired result. The cut was still there, but just in a red and inflamed as ever. Aw, damn it, Thorn swore. It didn't work. It's not magic, Nia laughed. You probably won't notice anything tonight. The effects of the collective positive energy and visualization aren't immediate. The point of this ritual was to help you along the healing process through the earth's energy. We all visualize your cut healing, but positive energy can't do anything immediately. It just helps your body's healing process along. It may be a few hours or even the next day before you see any effect, if the ritual worked, Bridget explained. Oh, Thorn realized, her excitement level raising a little. That actually wasn't anything like I expected, although they would have been chanting spells and, well, you know, magic. We all like to think positive energy is magic. There are some Wiccans that chant the word phase during rituals, but it's not the type of magic spell you're thinking of. It's just to add to the experiment and make it more collective, Bridget elaborated. In fact, most Wiccans spell trick and magic with the K, and the difference between that and the societal stereotype that magic should be. A lot of people think Wicca is a type of witchcraft that you see in movies, but really, even with witchcraft, it isn't how it's represented in the media. Spells are just being tuned with your physical, emotional, and mental energy, trying to use it for good, that's all, Sam said. It's anything supernatural. Most people don't know this, but witchcraft isn't really a religion, Nia added. You guys know about witchcraft too? Thorn asked, intrigued. Oh well, just a little. We barely know anything. Nia seemed nervous. Thorn gave a look of suspicion. Wait a minute, are you guys witches? All of them looked pale without saying a word. This immediately confirmed Thorn that her guess was correct. Oh my gosh, you are witches, Thorn gasped. You should have just kept your frickin' mouth shut, Nia, Bridget snapped. I'm sorry, Nia cried. Please don't hate us. Sam looked worried. You probably won't believe us, but not all witches are evil. Witchcraft is just the practice of using energy to make spells. The spells aren't real supernatural powers or anything. It's just another word that we call our rituals. Calm down, Thorn comforted. I believe you. There's a bit of witchcraft in Wicca book my mom gave me. I think it's cool you guys are witches. Oh, thank God, Bridget breathed a sigh of relief. So many people are so judgmental to think being a witch means we worship Satan. That's just tapping into the spiritual energy and using it for good, not anything evil. Yeah, Wicca is a religion, and witchcraft is a practice of harnessing the energy, Nia clarified. Not all witches are Wiccan, but all Wiccans are witches, if that makes any sense. Also, most witches aren't using any supernatural energy that they don't have, Sam elaborated. It's just using the energy you have to create something positive. That's so interesting, Thorn said it all. It's been awesome learning more about this stuff. It is really interesting, Bridget agreed. I think this through excitement is enough for one night, though. We should let you get to bed, so the ritual has better a chance of working. Your body needs rest. Sounds great, Thorn smiled. Thank you again for doing this ritual with me. I really enjoyed it. Of course, Nia responded. We should do it again sometime, Bridget suggested. I'd be totally down for that, Thorn added. Awesome. Have a great night, Sam responded, as she, Bridget, and Nia headed out of the door for the evening. Thorn realized that the girls were quite right. She was exhausted and needed to go to bed. But given how this new excitement surrounding the girls' revolutions of being witches, she'd find a way to slip in a chapter of the Wiccan book before she hit her head on the pillow. Thorn's first thought when she woke up was her hand. While she expected an instant recovery at first, she no longer expected how much that she knew witchcraft didn't have to mean actual magic powers. The black-haired goth lifted her right hand to her face. As her eyes inspected the back of her hand, she didn't see anything at first. This thought provoked no reaction to Thorn, until she remembered that she would have been seeing something. The cut was completely gone. The ritual had worked.